guys, it's Katie, and today I'll be doing a tutorial inspired by Aria and Hannah from Pretty Little Liars. I just watched the finale last night, which was, the season finale. And I was really inspired by their makeup because Aria with her signature full defined brows, as well as Hannah's bronzy eye, and I was actually requested to do a bronze eye, so that was perfect timing. And so I'm just going to stop blabbering, is that a word? I think it is. I'm going to make it a word. So yeah, let's get on with the tutorial. So I'm going to start out by taking a matte eyeshadow that is similar to the color of my skin, which I'm using this one from this Eye Studio Quad. It's a little bit more yellowy than my skin tone, but it's perfectly fine. It's just going to be a little bit of a base to our primer. So just apply this really lightly to my lids and to my brow bone. You should barely be able to realize this is here. It's just setting our primer so it'll stay on all day. I'm going to take my eye primer, which I'm using Stay Don't Stare by Benefit. I love this eye primer. I really need to get the big version, but yeah, I'll stick to the small one until it runs out. So I have really oily lids, so I like to put on a little bit more than the general amount of eye primer. So after I'm done with that, I'm just going to take that one skin tone eyeshadow one more time. I'm just going to put it over top of the primer, just to set that once more. So just like that. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take this Physicians Formula bronzer. It's called Sunset Strip Bronzer, and you can use this as a bronzer or as an eyeshadow. I'm going to start by taking my SS239, which looks like this, seeing this color right here, which is the second one down. Looks like this. On the season finale of Pretty Little Liars, Hannah had a really bronzy eye, which is very unexpected because usually she has like the darker eyes, but for some reason she had this like really bronzy look. I'm going to take the eyeshadow on my brush and just apply this to the lid, packing it down because the bronzer does create some fallout. My Coastal Suns crease brush. I really like this brush. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take these colors and I'm just going to swirl it like that. Hope you guys can see that. Just swirl it, mixing both of the colors together. And I'm going to dab it on my hand because this does have quite a lot of fallout since it's a bronzer. Put it into my crease by just dabbing it right here at the end of my lid and just starting my windshield wiper motion. I'm only going to do half of my lid, or half of my eye socket. I don't know what that is called. There's like a nicer name for that, but where your eye like goes in towards your brow bone, I'm just going to go halfway. So it gives it a little bit of a shadow. Makes my eyes look more defined. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the next color, the last color here, which is the darkest of all, 5 of them, there's 5 of them, but just dabbing it right here, and just going a little bit like this, back and forth. Just wiggle it back and forth. I'm just going to flick it upwards, just to the side and then up. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the top color, so I'm using every color in this palette, and it's kind of like a gold, shimmery gold yellow-ish, and And Hannah in Pretty Little Liars, it seemed like when she was looking down, you could see a little bit of like a gold color, but then there's like a bronze around it. So I decided that I would take this brush, and it is my Coastal Scents brush. It doesn't have a name, I don't remember what it's called, but it's really dense, so it doesn't blend very well. It just like applies the color onto your lid. Just top the color off. Just tap it. Just like that. So that was just a little teeny tiny little addition. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my blending brush, which is my SS224, is I'm going to take that golden color again, right up there at the top. I'm just going to like really lightly just like go like that. So it just has a little bit of, picked up a little tad, like nothing at all almost. I'm just going to blend all the color together, but this will just give it a little bit more of a shimmer all over the lid and all over into the crease, just so it all blends together. And I'm just gonna, this softens it up a little bit so it isn't too defined, because, you know, we want it to be wearable. So yeah. And then the very last thing we're going to do is we're going to take my all-time favorite brow bone color, and it is by in the NYX palette, and I have mentioned this so many times. You guys need to go pick this up, and it's in nude, the color. I think that they come in single eyeshadows for this, or they might still have this palette out, I'm not sure, but it looks like this. And I just take that color in my finger, my ring finger, and I just put this up onto the brow bone, which is right here. You should feel the bone underneath your brow. And it just, I don't know, it just defines them, makes your brows stand out a lot more. I haven't done my eyebrows yet because I want to do that last, so I can give you a detailed tutorial on that. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Coastal Scents Metal Mania palette, and I've used this a lot, but these colors are really metallic and really pretty, so they kind of go with our look, because our look was bronze, and bronze is a metallic. So what we're going to do is just, we're going to take this really dark matte color. It really depends on what your eyebrow color is. You need to find a matte color that is a little bit darker than your natural color. So my brows are pretty dark already, but I've had some waxing incidents, so some of parts of the brow is a little bit thin, like right in the front here, some of the hairs are missing, so I usually just apply the color right here, and then a little bit over here just to blend it all out. And some people think I'm crazy that my eyebrows are too thick, but I honestly think that they look good, and I've gotten tons of compliments. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my pencil brush, and I'm using this color by Coastal Scents. It's just one shade, or a little half a shade darker than my natural brow, and it's matte. So what I'm going to do is just take the color on my pencil brush, and then I have hair in my mouth. I'm just going to look into my mirror, because this is very crucial, and just really dab it on. I'm barely putting any color on there, because I don't want them to be too defined. I don't even use an eyebrow pencil. Look at the wrist. I really like Aria's eyebrows from Pretty Little Liars, because her eyebrows are super defined and they look really pretty with her eyes. Comb my eyebrows up so like they look all funny, and I just pluck the eyebrows underneath here, and then I pluck like in the middle here, and I get them waxed. So that's just my plan. And oh, I almost forgot, I need to curl my eyelashes, so I'm going to curl those really quick for you guys. But I don't need fake eyelashes, and I'm not even using eyeliner with this, because eyeliner drives me nuts. I hate eyeliner like so much. It's so hard to get off me, and it's just not worth it. Your head back so we don't mess up our eyes. So there you go. Just looks really nice and elongated. And I'm using CoverGirl's Lash Blast, and all the girls in the show have a very luminescent complexion. So I'm using my MAC Happy Together Duo Blush, which I've been loving lately. I've used it so much. And what I'm going to do, my new technique, is I take a stippling brush, and it looks like this. It actually has some of the color already like still on it. And what I do is I just swirl it in the color, swirl it, and I stipple it onto my face really lightly, and I like swirl it up like that, or I like push the color upward, swirl, 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 stipple on the apples, and up. just to give myself a little bit more color, I'm going to take this brush. It's kind of like a contouring brush, but I'm actually going to be using it for blush. And this is a blush by Jean-Michel, or Jean-Michel. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce it. A peachy, plummy, it's like the perfect blush for my complexion. What I do is just I really lightly take this in my brush because I really do not like a heavy blush. I like something light and not feeling too plastered on my face. So I smile. And I'm going to put this color right underneath my cheekbones, or right underneath where I would usually put my blush. Really, really soft. I'm trying to give myself a little bit of the overdone look. Don't worry, I'm not looking like a clown. And I kind of just blend it in, and what I do is I take my powder. Oh yeah, by the way, I put this powder on before I did my makeup, so you guys were wondering I didn't just slab on my stuff. I take my big fluffy powder brush, which is the SS 150, I think. 150, I was right, yeah. So I just put my powder. I have had this powder for ages. I just put this over top of my blush, just to make it a little bit, it's translucent, so just to make it a little bit softer. Give myself a softer blush. And I just put this on my T-zone just to clear away all the, I don't know, shininess, because I just got back from the gym like an hour or two ago. So yeah, the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my lip gloss, and I'm just applying this on my lips because I already have a lip balm on, so I'm not going to apply a lip balm again. And this is also by Jean-Michel, and it's in Plum, but it actually complements this look very well, even though it doesn't have any bronziness to it. I don't know what it is, but this color is so pretty, and this lip gloss is such a great consistency. I just lightly really sheer, and this stays on for so long. Like usually I have to reapply like really frequently. This just makes my lip color look so luscious and juicy. So yeah, and this lip gloss smells so good. So that is my look today. So I'm going to a concert tonight, and I decided that this look would go really great with my outfit. I'm going to be doing a separate outfit of the day, so stay tuned for that. So I hope you guys like this tutorial, and I hope you guys learned something or something. So yeah, thanks for watching.